What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Matt the Scat, and I'm back with another video. Now before we jump into today's topic, I gotta thank you guys so much for the support ever since I decided to take YouTube more seriously and upload consistently. You guys have been amazing, especially on that Jason Tatum video. You guys went nuts. You guys went bananas on that video. It got over 600 views, over 1,500 minutes in watch time. You guys have been unbelievable. But now let's get into this video, man. Let's get into today's topic. As you can see by the thumbnail and by the title of the video, this is going to be about what teams Giannis Antetokounmpo might go to during the offseason. Now, I made this video once, but I had to remake it because of technical difficulties. So this is my second time making this video, and I know in a recent interview, Giannis stated that he has no plans on leaving the Bucks, and that's what I was saying. That was my first statement in the video when I first recorded it. I said I didn't believe Giannis was the type of person or to run during adversity or to flee through hard times and go jump on a bandwagon and join an amazing team just to win a ring. I said he would most likely stay in Milwaukee, and that's what he said. Now he still may leave. He could be fine. It could all be cap, but we know only time will tell. But this video is just going to be about what teams I think fits his play style the best, and what team I think benefits from Giannis, and what team I think Giannis benefits from the most. Okay, so before I tell you what team I think he should go to, I'm just give you a brief history about Giannis Antetokounmpo. Alright, so he came into the league in 2013. He came in just some ski kid who was mobile. You know, he didn't really start making a name for himself until his third year, from when he upped his scoring totals from 12 points per game to 17. Okay. His first playoff debut was in 2015, in which he got swept by Derrick Rose, Jimmy Butler, and the Chicago Bulls. I believe he also got swept the next round. The next year rather, by the Orlando Magic, if I'm not mistaken. But I know his first 2 years he lost. He did not get past the semifinals. I believe he lost in the first round in his first year and in the second year. So he's been in he made the playoffs in 2015 till now, except for 2016. So 2015, 17, 18, and 19. Obviously this year he was in the playoffs. Last year we know he made the conference finals. He lost in a game 6 after blowing a 0-2 lead to Kawhi. And then the year before that, he lost to Boston in the semifinals in a game 7. Okay, so Giannis is not new to this. He's had some runs in the playoffs. Now obviously we're not going to hold Giannis first 2 years being in the playoffs against him. He was still learning. It was his third or fourth year. We're not going to hold that against him. But what I want to say is, Giannis, right now, I'm not saying that he can't grow, mature in his player into that type of player, but as of right now, he cannot lead a team to a championship to come out the East. Because once they build that wall, his lack of perimeter shooting, it stops everything. He's not going to make that shot consistently. And all you have to do is protect the paint and then watch the wing shooters. You know what I'm saying? So I think Giannis. Let me talk about Chris Middleton first. Chris Middleton is not. You're not gonna win with Chris Middleton being your second best player. I know he's an all-star. He made it back to back, but I don't view Chris Middleton as a consistent all-star. You know, he's not AD. He's not Jimmy Butler. He's not John Wall, Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be one of those individuals who some years he's gonna make the all-star team, and other years he's not. I don't look at Chris Middleton and say, oh yeah, he's definitely gonna be all-star this year. You know what I'm saying? He can average 20 points easily. I'm not saying we've seen him go off for 50-point games, 40-point games. But even in these playoffs, he became less of a player. Since he joined the bubble, he hasn't even been the same all-star. Now, the last 2 games he's played very well. In game 5 and in game 4, he played much better against the Miami Heat. So, unless Chris Middleton can become that player that says, give me the ball, I'll take us there, Giannis, I don't think Giannis is going to get out the East. Giannis doesn't need a player that's better than him. He needs somebody who can get the ball and score at will. I heard from Max Kellerman say Giannis Antetokounmpo is a modern-day Shaq who needs his Kobe. And I agree with that. I agree with that completely. He's the most dominant player in the league, can't shoot, and he needs someone to take the ball and take over during the fourth quarter, because he can't do it. Giannis cannot get his own bucket. All he could do is drive in, maybe shoot a floater or a running sky hook or something like that through the lane. But he needs somebody who can get the ball, and just take over the fourth quarter, which is leads to my next point. He needs to go to the Portland Trailblazers. It literally works for both teams. Portland Trailblazers are one of the worst defensive teams in the league. They were the worst defensive team in the bubble when they were in the playoffs. And this would be a perfect fit. Giannis needs Damian Lillard to be his Kobe. He needs someone who's clutch, someone who has a proven history of carrying their team. Because Damian, by himself with CJ McCollum, has proven they're not enough. They don't have enough to get out the West because they don't have a 6'6" and up player who can switch different positions. They don't have that elite defender, even though Hassan Whiteside is a great defender, but he's not guarding on the perimeter. He's a paint protector. You know what I'm saying? So they need some. Imagine if they had a point forward who can literally guard the 2 through 5. Now I know Giannis didn't do a great job guarding Jimmy Butler. In fact, he didn't guard for Jimmy Butler for most of the series, but he can guard some shooting guards. So Giannis being on the Portland Trailblazers, I believe, would take the burden off Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard can let Giannis take over during the first through third quarter, and then when it gets real, when palms get sweaty, we don't need the ball in Giannis's hands. We need it in Dame's, and if Dame is off, you have CJ. It's literally the perfect fit. I don't know if they have the cap space or the money. This is just for fun. Don't get me wrong, I love Damian Lillard. I believe he's the second best point guard in the NBA currently, and CJ has improved tremendously. But they're too small and they don't play defense, especially in the Western Conference. You're not going to get the Western Conference and all that length. They don't have enough. They're too small, and they don't have a great defender. Look, all the players, if you look at the history of the NBA, championship teams usually come from elite bigs or an elite 6'6" and up wing defender. You know, Kobe, LeBron, Kawhi, KD. You know what I'm saying? Jordan. These players with 6'6" could guard multiple positions and get their own shot. When you're 6'3" like Damian Lillard, 6'2" like CJ McCollum, you can only impact the game in so many ways. You can only really impact the game on one side of the floor, which is offense, obviously. So if they had Giannis, that would give them a two-way player, someone who can get to the rim at will unless they build a wall. But you can't build the wall around Portland. They have too many shooters. They have Carmelo, Gary Trent Jr., who has emerged. They have Damian Lillard, Logo Lillard, and they have CJ, who can get a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Almost at any given time. So I would say Portland is the best fit. Now, if Giannis does not go to Portland, if he decides to stay in Milwaukee, I think the player they're missing is Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul should go to Milwaukee if Giannis plans on staying. And I just saw an Instagram post from Bleacher Report saying that Eric Bledsoe is on the market. They're willing to trade Eric Bledsoe for another player. I think Chris Paul is the missing piece. He's clutch. He hasn't made it far on his own. He needs another dominant player who's better than him, which would be Giannis in this case. He would have shooters like Kyle Korver, Brook Lopez, and Chris Middleton to shoot, spot up. Chris Paul could run the offense, and even if he builds the ball, Chris Paul can hit three. We've seen Chris Paul make so many deep threes, it's ridiculous. So if Giannis does not go to Portland, I think Chris Paul should go to Milwaukee and join him. Chris Paul will probably have to take a lot less money because they paid Giannis all that money, or they plan on giving Giannis a lot of money. But if Giannis goes to Portland, I think it would be a good fit, not even just by play style. Just Giannis doesn't strike me as the individual who enjoys the big market, who would go to a team like LA or New York, a team like that. I think Giannis would rather play for a small market team who has a bunch of shooters and who has a proven clutch player who is not afraid of the moment in Damian Lillard. So that was today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I got a new video coming out tomorrow. Probably going to be Madden related because I have to get that episode 2 out for y'all. That gameplay, Odell Beckham and Julio Jones debut. But thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know your opinions. What team do you think Giannis should go to? And if he stays, what player do you think the Milwaukee Bucks should go after? Alright, it's been real. It's been your boy, Matt Descat. I'm out. Okay, I apologize. I have to make a correction. Okay, so Giannis did lose against the Chicago Bulls in 2015 in the first round, but he did not get swept. He lost in 6. And then in 2017, doing his next playoff run, he lost to the Toronto Raptors in 6. Not the Orlando Magic. So I just wanted to make that correction. I'm probably going to put timestamps throughout the video. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace.